All right. Okay. So we should be recording. People are going to hop on like during the middle of the call. I'll try to mute them as quickly as I can, just so it doesn't take away from Yolanda. But I am so incredibly pumped to talk to you guys tonight and like have her just like pour her heart into you guys. I met her through the leaderboards. She's the same downline of the dream team of Melanie Mitchell. She's underneath Alyssa Shoemaker. And I was looking for somebody to kind of like battle and like push with me. And I was like, well, where do I get this person from? And so, you know, every week I do like Success Club leaderboards and stuff like that with points. I did the same thing. You know, I went to Melanie's leaderboard and I went to the top and Yolanda was at the top, and I messaged her and I was like, hey girl, like, I know you probably have 20 success partners. Like, would you want to like chat and just see if there's anything that we can do to help each other push? And I don't know, like we're completely opposite, but like we help each other so much just because of the fact that like she's very like short and to the point, like just rip the Band-Aid off and do it. And I'm like overthinking, like stressing, anxiety about it. But like together we just pair really well, I think, just in like helping each other push and make things happen. So even though she's only a 1-star diamond coach, like she is like a 20-star diamond coach to me because she's just freaking like amazing. She recruits like crazy. She just like puts the coaching invite out there like nobody's freaking business. And she owns her like Instagram. So I love that part of it because I'm such like a Facebook person. So I'm excited to learn from her tonight, just about like Instagram or anything that she has to share with us. She is a Success Club 10 All-Star Legend, which is a huge deal, you guys. That just means she's successfully hitting Success Club every single month. So always helping 5+ people. I'm sure her average is probably like 70, but like she legit helps a ton of people every single month, and does an amazing job. She's part of the Austin Market Council. So like she is in the whole realm. She really wants to help other coaches be incredible. I know she was a speaker there, not this Super Saturday, but I think the last one she was a speaker, and I'm assuming she probably blew it out of the water. So on the leaderboards and like the team leader like recognition, she's what we call a team leader, which just means that like as you're moving up the ladder, you can move up by just basically like helping more people as a coach and like building your legs and pushing to diamond. But like to get to team leader, you guys, just really means you're running your business and you put that CEO hat and you're really making things happen. So without further ado, I think she's ready now. She was just like roaming around her new place. Yolanda, you ready, girl?
Thanks, girl. So y'all, I'm a Hot Mess Express. I will do my best, but I'm going to forewarn you. Sometimes I say bad words, so earbuds, whatever, but I will not. So I've been coaching for the last, I don't know, almost 2.5 years or so. And I think like actually taking it seriously, like probably at the end of like last year. And you guys, I've like quit my job and like hate being a nurse and all that stuff. So, but I've kind of been the coach that, like I've been a hobby coach for a long time, but been really successful, like in the sense of like never really was actually trying and just was like hitting these crazy numbers. And I remember when Beachbody On Demand came out and I was like, oh my God, this is the best thing ever. Like I paid $100.
Uh-oh. Is that my computer? Did we lose her?
No, mine's supposed to.
Okay. She's in like her new place. We'll give her a second.
Yeah, I think we lost her.
Okay.
Okay, I heard you.
She'll probably come back on with like her phone or something. Sorry. I was like so pumped. I was like writing stuff down already. Her like screen is gone. I wonder if she, oh, okay. She should be popping back on. Sorry guys, we'll get it. Oh, see if she messages me. Oh, Stefan unplugged the modem. Okay, so she lives, they just got a new house and she lives with her fiance and she said he unplugged it. Let's see if she can, I'm going to see if she can pop on with her data. Commercial break. Doo, doo, doo. I was gonna tell you guys too, like while we're waiting for her, if you use like Instagram or you're like wanting to use it and you want to go find her, it's just Yolanda Russell, just how you spell it, and then there's like what is that called? An underscore at the end, just to check out her Instagram handle and like watching her stories. She does a lot of lives and stuff, so she's really good at just being out there. And let's see if oh, I think she's coming, hopefully. So how are you guys this weekend? Everybody's good. Nicole, how was your weekend? She's trying to reconnect, by the way.
Meg, how was your weekend?
Mine is good. Mine is good. I do have to say, okay, she said give her a minute. She's reconnecting. So I went to Nicole's bachelorette weekend, and for me, it sounds really crazy, but I'm very much like I'm very independent. So I'm actually like a self-made introvert, it seems like, because I do a lot of stuff by myself. I would go to the store by myself. I go shopping by myself. Like I'm just very, I don't know, like to myself. And I know sometimes it comes off as like arrogant or, you know what I mean? But I'm just so to myself. Cause in the past growing up, like I have, hey Yolanda, one sec girl. So in the past, like I have, basically like shut people out of my life because I'm so trustworthy of myself. And like when I was growing up with having foster kids in our house, like I used to trust other people, and like that always got like burnt, like the bridges got burnt. And so I have never been like a girl's girl. And like I spent the entire weekend with like 7 girls. I have no idea who they are, like besides Nicole and Allie. And I actually had a really good time. And so I think it's just crazy how much coaching has helped me too, like just be a part of a team and change that way. But yeah, that was a freaking win for me this weekend, Nicole. You guys like ripped it. And then they like tatted me. So there's that. All right. I thought I saw her. There she is. Hey girl, what up? Commercial break. Okay.
Oh my God, I can strangle him. Anyway, like, how do you accidentally unplug Google Fiber? It's like this huge thing hanging out of the wall. Like, I'm like, I need my MacBook cord. Anyway. So I need a glass of wine. But you guys, everything I'm going to tell you is all the stuff that you hear from like every other freaking Beachbody coach. And I am different from Megan in the sense that I love Instagram over Facebook. And I just, that's predominantly like where I build my business. Like I do not sign up people from Facebook. I really don't add into my network. I don't do anything with a like page or anything like that. And I think that for me, Instagram has just been like this place to just let it all hang out without my mom's friends and family members like judging the shit out of me. So I feel like, and I know that you guys are probably very plugged into Josh Coates and all of that, but I feel like Instagram is your place to like be your own reality TV star. I don't watch TV anymore. Like, I feel like I am TV for people. And I think that we all have the ability to be that. Now, maybe you're not as high energy, but maybe your kids are crazy. And like, you need to like put them into your stories and they need to be a part of like your TV show. And so I think just thinking of your Instagram as your place to shine. It does not matter who isn't watching you. It matters who is showing up and watching you every single day, right? And there are going to be those people that just watch you every single day, and it's like the weirdest thing. So one of the things with Instagram to me, you guys know, like, let me ask you guys this first before we kind of get into it. What questions do you guys have about Instagram? And we'll just start there. Because I'm telling you, everything I'm going to tell you or talk about is like stuff you've heard. Nobody has any questions. Everybody's so great at stories and everything.
I'll go first.
Okay.
So one thing that I know I struggle with, and I know a lot of my girls ask me, is just like finding your people. So like, I know like hashtags, I know like searching and like following people, but like, is there like, you know, just anything like getting started, because I've posted on Instagram forever. I just really have never done anything with it. So I mean, finding like my people, I guess, on Instagram would be my question.
Yeah, that's like, I feel like, okay, so this is the thing. I'm sure that Megan's had you guys do this. Like, you know who you are, right? Like, when we talk about Instagram being your place to be, your own reality show, like, you know, like that show title and what it's called, right? Hopefully. And you know, like, who is watching that show, right? Like, hopefully you know that. Hopefully you know who's being tuned into that. Because I can tell you guys, the girls that watch me all day, every day, like, I think it's weird that, like, there's always the same few people that are always the first people to see my stories. I'm like, okay, weird, right? But the people that are showing up to watch that TV show, I know who they are. Like, I think that they're burned out nurses, because I speak a lot on that. I think that they are something really unique to me. You guys, I'm telling you, like, if you are not dialing into your weird shit, like, it is time for you to start. All that stuff that you're, like, embarrassed to talk about or share with other people, or, like, your guilty pleasures. We did a challenge in our group the other day. I make my girls go live all the time, like even challengers, because it's just a way to like prep them to become coaches, right? But we do live challenges all the time, and one of them was like your guilty pleasures. One of my girls pulls out this like box, and I'm like, what is this? She pulls out this box, and then she pulls out these little figurines, and it's like Dungeons and Dragons. She is 30 years old, and I'm like, okay, that is weird. You need to share that on your social media. Okay, that kind of stuff, like that little weird stuff. You guys, I talk to my dog in his own language that sometimes people pick up on if they really are watching my stories, and they're like, that's weird. Did you just call your dog sexual? And I'm like, yeah, I did, right? It's like all that little weird stuff that you really need to be kind of tuning into. So something that's kind of unique and weird about me when we kind of get into this is my relationship, okay? I'm a crazy little black girl. I just so happen to date somebody that's completely different race from me. Oh, and let's add on top the fact that he's 14 years older than I am too. I capitalize on that. Do you guys know how many people like reach out to me and they're like, hey, my boyfriend's 30 years older than I am. Or, hey, like, what do you do about people judging you and your relationship, right? So those are the kind of people watching. Why? Because I am highlighting on my reality TV show the stuff that people want to see. If I go on there and I like bitch about stuff and unplugging the modem, people are going to be like, oh my God, it's the funniest thing ever, right? We all have those characters in our lives that like you kind of got to be like showcasing in those weird little qualities that people are going to pick up on, right? The other day I asked my Instagram, I had a glass of red wine and it had ice in it, right? I said, what's wrong with this picture? And I put it on like a question, like how well do people really know you? Like be asking those kind of questions, because then you get to see like who really is watching, right? Somebody that knows me will know I don't ever drink red wine. But people are like, oh, Ralphie's missing from the background of it. Usually Ralphie's like always lurking, like he always is my little 10-pound dog, but he usually is like always in every video, and people just know and to see him, right? So I really encourage you, like on your stories, there's got to be things that you share with people every single day. So every single day, do people see Stefan at some point, or like hear him being like really audible downstairs, or I like to joke that I don't do chores and Stefan does the dishes, and like he's clanking dishes and like things like that. And people literally on my like stories and stuff will be like, oh, we heard SJS. Like people know his initials and don't even know like what his last name is. It's weird, but that's like it's weird when people are like know those kind of things about you, but it's also like you're doing your job and you're like really showing up in that reality show for people because you're staying consistent with that. Does that make sense? So really, you guys, like your 5 things, be posting and talking about them. And it's not always just fitness, right? Like I 100% today, I ask people about their periods. And let me tell you, I put on a poll and guess what? Everybody's tapping period. And I just asked the question, who also has their period today? And guess what, y'all? It's going to be my invite. Right? Crazy, mind blown. Oh my God, girl, you got your period too. we're totally soul sisters. You need to come and join my tribe. This little stupid stuff, and people that really follow me know that I'm always kind of asking about periods, because like those menstrual cups and stuff, like I'm trying to go like really vegan in my lifestyle and be like really natural. Those menstrual cups, I'm sorry, the underwear, I don't think I'm ever going to use them, but people like to give you those opinions. So ask for those opinions. Ask for people's, have you used this? It doesn't matter if you actually care. I don't care like who's using tampons versus not, but people want to tell you that. And it's one of those things, if you're not using your stories if your polls or your stories are always like, join my team, join my team, join my team, like, right? Nobody clicks on that. The people that click on it are the people on your downline and maybe yourself. Hopefully you're always tapping on your own like poll, right? But when you start asking those weird kind of questions or those things that are like, I ask people, I'm like, who else's favorite word is the F word? Why? This is my tribe. Those are my people, right? If I know that I can cuss around them, like, yes, girl, you need to join my team. It's going to be the best thing ever. And then I literally get on the phone with some of my girls and they're like, hey, BITCH. And that is just like, that is really me being unapologetically me and just how I speak. So I think that one of my golden rules with Instagram is, obviously, y'all all know, do not hashtag Beachbody, Shakeology, Energize. And I have girls that do it all the time. And I'm just like, well, you wonder why you're not signing people up. It's because you're not listening, right? Don't use hashtags to have a ton of coaches. So this is where it's going to get like you sitting down, brain dumping that weird stuff about you. And we all have that weird stuff. And when you start thinking about that weird stuff, okay, like how can you elaborate on that, right? So for me, I have very crude humor. There are things that I find very funny that other people are not going to find funny, like with nursing, like, gross stuff, or like sexual stuff. Like I made a post one day about like, hey, you should try anything once. And the emojis, I kind of put like, right? And people thought that was like the funniest thing. And guess what? Not everybody can go and do that because that's not them, but that 100% is me. So just being unapologetically you and just putting out that funny, crazy side of you that really is going to keep people coming back to you, right? And then I think just creating curiosity. When I go to send the messages today to be like, hey girl, you should join my tribe, people are going to be like, what is it? Because I never say Beachbody. I never like say Shakeology. Like I just really have learned to run my business behind my brand. And so, your brand is really just you, but like people usually, I feel like you're doing your job if people are like, well, what is it that you're doing? If they don't really know, right? So that you kind of become the Google versus them going to Google. So if we're giving people like information super easy and you're like, oh my God, I have my Energize. Oh, what's the Energize? I'm gonna go look that up, right? Versus she keeps drinking this yellow stuff all the time. She talks about it being crack. Like, what is that, right? So kind of just always just creating curiosity. I mean, this is stuff that you guys have heard 100%. Like I'm talking, it was like, duh. You like, no, like, duh, right? And then as far as like coaching goes, you guys, this comes back down to Josh Coates. We have to ask for what you want, right? So to me, asking someone to join my team or to learn more about the coaching opportunity, I'm planting a seed. We have got to, I think as coaches a lot of times, and sometimes I'm even guilty of this, and usually when I feel guilty of this, it means I'm not doing enough personal development. But like we get into this like idea of like, oh my God, I gotta say the right stuff, and like, how am I gonna explain this? And we just really like overthink it way too much, I feel like. But if you are putting it out there, if somebody asks you about it or they really don't understand or they don't want to do it, that's fine. You have done your job. You have at least put it in front of somebody. And so now what's going to happen is they are going to keep watching you, right? Especially if they're interested in that, right? So I feel like this is kind of where consistency is so king, right? Showing up on your stories, sharing you, not just Beachbody, sharing you. And I think that 100% is, if I could just beat that into anyone, it's just sharing you. You are not Beachbody. You are all these other things. You're a twin, you're a mom, you're a dog mom, you're a breast cancer survivor. Like, I don't know, like whatever it is that you are, like sharing that part. And then getting excited about showing other people what coaching is doing for you, right? And, asking your audience. I did this the other day. I said, are you guys curious to know, like, what a day in my life looks like working from home? And people are like, oh my gosh, yes, I'm so interested. I want to know more about that, right? Like creating that curiosity because, maybe you're not home all day, but showing people those pockets of time that you are doing your workouts, that you are working on your business, however that looks for you. Maybe it is that you're 15 minutes here, 15 minutes there, but really being consistent about sharing that with other people. And I think as far as like, why wouldn't you invite to coaching? It's changing your life in some way, shape, or form. So I equate this to today, we had the best 2-day experience of this furniture store. It's on my Instagram. It's on my Facebook. It changed my life. The lady that we worked with, she was awesome. She was so helpful, right? I'm sharing that with people. I'm telling them about it. So it's the same thing with coaching. If this is doing anything for you, if this is putting, groceries in your cart, if this is helping you, pay some student loan debt down, if this is helping you be more confident of a person, if it's helping you get out of your comfort zone, if it's helping you to grow and do more personal development, why wouldn't you share that with people? Right? Like, why wouldn't you offer that opportunity to other people? So I typically, it's the same price to sign somebody up versus challenger versus coach. Why not offer them the coaching opportunity right up front? And maybe you don't call it coaching, but maybe you tell them like, hey, you should sign up this way. It's the same way that I signed up. It's the same price. There's no commitment whatsoever. But you can invite like your mom or your sister or a few good friends to join us and do this. And then next month, you're going to save if you want to save. And if it's not for you, then we can cancel it. It's no big deal. Okay? And what I'm starting to do with my girls is to tell them the same kind of method to the madness is when you are going to sign up challengers, sign them up as coaches, right? Sign them up as coaches. Girl, you should just sign up the same way that I did. This is what I did. I don't know what it really is all about, but this is what I'm doing. Like, you don't have to be the expert. You just have to find people to go on the journey with you. And if you're showing up, if you're staying consistent, if you're letting people into, this girl's weird, she talks to her dog in a really funny language, or like, oh my God, her husband's kind of crazy, or future husband's like kind of crazy. If you're letting people into that, they already trust you. They already trust you. They already know you. They already like you. So why wouldn't you share this amazing opportunity to join you in the journey of life together with coaching? And if it don't work out, whatever. It's no big deal. People quit on me all the time. I don't care, right? And it's just one of those things, but I have never been shy about putting coaching in front of people. And so, I think maybe from a business standpoint, maybe it looks a little differently because I came into Beachbody as a coach. I came into Beachbody wanting to make money, and I came into Beachbody never having used Shakeology, any of the workouts, was super skeptical of Beachbody workouts, and was like still going to the gym like, I don't need to do this home workout. Like 100%. So I connect to people in a different way. And I think that's why I kind of just really throw it out there off the bat, because that's how I came into Beachbody, was really for the business opportunity, although I never really treated it that way, but I was always hitting Success Club 10 at least every month, right? So, I think that you position it to people as, just do it, girl. I don't know, it's crazy. Like, just trust me, just do it. There's no obligation. And then, getting people into your challenge group and really like not putting pressure on them, I think, to feel like they have to do training right away unless they really want to, but really just, you sign up a challenger, that's when your job starts, is to get them a result. And as a coach, it's to help them get a result, but also to get them out there and sharing it and not feeling like they have to sell it. And so this month, I'm going to tell you guys, like, I'm in Josh Coach's training and I've been like super slacking, but I actually have girls that are rank advancing and hitting Success Club as brand new coaches walking straight into Beachbody. And that is what I did. And so I'm like, okay, finally, I'm like getting some girls that get it. And so I think you have to be okay with the fact that when you do start presenting the opportunity of it itself, you're going to have more people quit on you. I mean, I think that just kind of is it. In the sense of, you know, if I'm putting it out there to people anyway, like, well, it's just kind of up to you if you feel like you want to work it and there's no pressure or obligation, totally fine. But you know what happens? Some of those girls quit and they come back, and then they're actually the ones that are like kind of rocking it out right now. So I think don't be scared to change somebody's life on more than just this fitness side, and know that you can change somebody's life financially. And so I did a post. I asked all my girls, I was like, I want to know what your student loan debt is, right? My ideal person, she's not necessarily like a mom. She's probably like a dog mom, probably's got some student loan debt, probably has some credit card debt, things like that, right? I have to speak to that person if I want to attract her. And so I asked all my girls, I was like, I want to know what your student loan debt is. And I took the numbers of the girls that did give it to me, and I added it all up, and it's over $500,000 in student loan debt, right? We have girls that have doctorates on my team, like crazy. But it's over $500,000. I made a post about that, right? I'm speaking to someone, and I talked about how I am going to help my team, and we're going to pay off this debt together. You better damn sure believe people started looking at, you work from home, you're a nurse, like, how are you going to do that? And that was a question. That 100% was a question. The other thing I'll tell you guys too from Instagram, don't be scared to do things differently. So I don't copy paste a message. I 15-second a video and I send that to people. And you know what people say when you start sending them things over video? Oh my God, I can't believe you sent me a video. Or, oh my God, I love that you sent me a video. Oh my gosh, this is so personable. It's the same message that 70 other people got, but they don't know that, right? Or that you start responding to those messages over video, right? You start answering people's objections over video. I think that's really powerful. I think you will get a little fewer no's. Or just connecting with people on the phone, y'all. Don't be scared to connect with people over the phone. I think we get so caught up in like, oh my God, it's like social media, and everything has to be through a messenger. When I look at my team now, and I look at the girls that they might be struggling with Success Club this month, or they might have hit Success Club, or maybe they've just been around for more than like 2 months. And guess what? When I look at all those girls, they all were video or phone calls. And I think that that's just something, it's not taught in Beachbody, right? Like, I don't really think that we're taught like, oh, get in the messenger, da-da-da-da-da. But you guys, if it's a 10-minute phone call for you to like recruit that rock star coach that's going to hang and be with you forever, why not get that person out the messenger? And I think that Instagram too, because I feel like Facebook is kind of like, for me, Facebook is really people that I know, where Instagram is not. And I feel like if I offer someone, what I've started to do is somebody fills out their like either coaching application, and I got this from it. I went back to this because who's that girl? Kelsey
Shackley, yeah.
Something like that. She said that, and I was like, you know what? That's what I used to do when I had Success Club 50 something. I was on the phone with all these people, right? But I've had a great benefit from that. And it just made me go back to, you know what? If my energy is better felt over video or voice, shoot, shouldn't that be the way that I give people me, right? And I think that that just really separates, especially when you're in your stories and it's like you're talking to people versus Facebook. Now that we had live videos, it's a little bit different, but Facebook, yes, you can do the voice clicker thing, but I think it's just this extra layer of personable. And if you can always stretch yourself to be a little more personable with someone, they're going to appreciate that. And I think that that's where you're going to find like your ride or die, like your lifers that are strangers, right? Because to me, Facebook is a little more warm market, where Instagram is like cold. But you guys, I sign girls cold all the time on Instagram. If they stick around, it's awesome. If they don't, it's awesome. They're still going to watch. Like, it's not like I don't love them or anything else. They're still going to watch. And so I think if you do feel like you connect better with people over phone, or if you are that person that's like, oh gosh, it feels kind of weird to like copy paste this, I just encourage you, record that 15-second and give somebody a little bit more of you, and they're going to appreciate you, and you're going to stick out as the coach. I have a girl, she signed up, she wouldn't sign up as a coach when she started, and I was like, but she had been following me for a long time, and she was somebody that I kept trying to like, come on girl, like I know you can do this, I know you can do this. And she signed up as a challenger, which was fine. And then I invited her to sit on a team call the next day. Guess who wanted to be a coach, right? So it was like that, right? But you have to just meet people with where they are. And if meeting them with where they are is you getting, like you guys, I'm sweating, like fucking, like really sweating. But like if meeting people over voice or video is where you're at, it's where your energy is best felt, that's where you got to take your reality TV show. So don't get stuck in the messenger. If that makes sense. The other thing you guys all know about so finding people, this question comes up. Wouldn't it be really freaking cool? I don't know if all you guys are kind of small town. I live in Austin. It's just like this kind of big place, and there's often people that come and it's touristy. But like when you start thinking about finding people, again, this comes back down to this personable factor. So you could be in a messenger all day long, but wouldn't it be really cool to like meet somebody and like go out for a glass of wine and some fries with them and really get to know them, and to bring those kind of people onto your team? 100%. That's where you should be looking and finding people. Where do you hang out? What restaurants do you go to? What specific stores do you go to? Because I'm going to tell you guys, if you're posting and you're sharing that on your social media, well, I just was at West Elm for 2 days in a row. It's on my Instagram story 2 days in a row. I can go to West Elm, Austin, look at all these people that might be posting their furniture. That's where I'm going to find people to connect with. I'm not connecting with them on fitness. Then this comes like the Josh Coates thing where it's like, oh, get to know them, connect. Will they follow me back? Did they follow me back? Oh my God, blah, blah, blah. Where are you from? Blah, blah, blah. Hey, have you ever thought about doing this thing that I'm doing? What is it that you're doing? Oh my God, girl, let's meet up for coffee or wine or tea or whatever you want to do. It's way more personable, right? And I think that we just have to, you got to figure out like where you shine for people. Do you shine in a messenger? Do you shine over email? Do you shine over, I don't know, meeting people in real life at Walmart and asking them to join your team? I don't know. That's not me. I don't ever actually like talking to people. But like just figuring out where you shine and being unapologetic about that and just sharing it with people. Because if I go to your Instagram, it needs to be attract or repel. Like it's either, ooh, this girl is cool and I definitely have a strong sense of her vibe, or I don't really understand what she's doing. And that to me is what our job is. Putting out the opportunity, disconnecting yourself from the emotional part of it, not feeling like you have to be some expert, and just knowing that there are going to be people that will ride with you, like no matter what. And I think that Megan is an awesome example of that like, y'all, in 6 months, your team has gone elite. Like, kudos to you. Like, I need to know how y'all did, right? But like, just knowing like she shined for you, right? Like there was a reason that you joined her, right? Whatever that reason is, you have to find that reason why you shine for your people and why they want to join you, and be unapologetic, because you have something that will change somebody's life if they give it the chance, if they don't quit on themselves. And I'm going to tell you guys, with people quitting Beachbody, we have to think about this as like a real job. Beachbody makes it so easy to hit cancel, type in your email, and cancel that account. People that are going to treat this as a real job, and there's people that you have to talk to in your social media that this is a real job. I could never just walk into nursing and be like, peace. I would lose my license. I would be charged with patient abandonment, right? So just know that when you are crafting those posts, craft them to your hustler. Start using those words. And I'm very guilty of this. I think sometimes I make social media look way too fun, and then people get in this and they're like, oh my God, I actually have to do work. You know what I mean? But when you start talking to that person and you're letting them into all of you, you're just going to find your people. That's really all I got to say about that.
I love that. I have really good notes. So like, I for a while I was not like making fun of Aaron, but like he is so OCD. He's always vacuuming when I have team calls. He's always like fucking with stuff. And I started like using him on my Instagram a lot. And like so many people were like, oh my God, my husband has this too. And like you said, I didn't even think about, you know, I'm so worried about being this like star person, you know, like trying to be like that person, everybody. But like, I love it. I wrote down so many things that like make me super weird. Like that I watch Days of Our Lives, even though it's like super old school, like all this weird shit. So I'm really excited for that. And then I have like ask for what you want. Our coaches, we talked about that last week. And a lot of our coaches are really working on asking for coaches because we can recruit challengers like it's our freaking job. And I think that's just because of the fact that like we are really a fitness oriented team. And so that coaching aspect I think is good too, just asking for it. And I think just because I work full time, I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't ask for the opportunity because like I'm a teacher and like I don't want people to think I hate my job or I don't want the community to, but then I have like, you know, moms and stuff from my community that are my coaches now. So it's like, I, you know, need to get over that whole thing of, I don't know. It's not that like Beachbody's better than XYZ. It's that I can do these both at the same time or, you know, potentially do Beachbody like, I don't know, full time. But the other thing, what was the other thing? Oh, that you said instead of doing like just connecting with people fitness wise, like just outside of anything. So like I can go find my weird Days of Our Lives people. Like I can go find like, you know, weird people like that, like using those. I love that part of it. And when you were, you know, sharing, like, you don't just have a fitness answer, you have financial answer for people too. Because I think that's huge. That's something that I didn't, and I know like you and I talk a lot about like income and stuff and like how to, you know, make this something that we want it to be. And, you know, just helping other people reach that financially was freaking awesome.
Yeah, and you guys, they're not going to know unless you tell them. And so you don't have to be making a shit ton of money in Beachbody. Like, you don't have to be Megan, like, making your teaching salary in 1 week. Whatever Beachbody is doing for you in that moment, girl, you better share that, okay? Like, whatever it's helping you do, like, you share it, okay? If your biggest paycheck, and I think it makes us uncomfortable to talk about money, but I think when you really start looking at it and you look at like how you've grown in Beachbody from even 1 month, right? Hopefully in 1 month you made back your investment of your challenge pack, right? Speak about that part of coaching, right? How cool is it that I started this little business opportunity, this little business venture? I'm really getting in awesome shape. I'm helping other people do the same thing. And you know what? It was really cool that I made my initial investment back, you guys. I talked to my girls about this today, about, you know, your business really, like, when we think of like a place like Nordstrom, right? Nordstrom always has people showing up, right? Like, they always have to be operating. And so us as business owners, like, again, I'm talking to you as someone that never treated this as a business. And some days I'm still like all over the place, not tracking, whatever, right? But like, when we think about Nordstrom and those people showing up, it's the same thing with you. And essentially, like, this business, yes, it's your team, but really it is you and like what you are doing and what you're showing up to do, because then that's what your team is going to emulate as well. So, I mean, you got to put it out there. You can put fitness out there all day, but like, I'm going to tell you guys, I don't follow any other Beachbody coaches, like, ever. And I'm using this Jumper Media thing right now, and they keep following all these Beachbody coaches, and I'm like, this isn't even worth my time. Like, I'd rather find other people. I think it's like similar to STEM Social, maybe is what some of you guys are using. Do you guys like that?
I do like it. There's like different targets on there that I can really do. And I put all my hashtags are all like that weird shit, like weird teaching target stuff, like all that. And I've been finding more. It does obviously still do Beachbody coaches, just because, like, you know, you follow certain hashtags that other Beachbody coaches don't. So, like, it's kind of hard not to, but I have been finding more of like my teachers, more of my people, I guess. And like, it's growing my following, which is nice. But I think too, like, just for like a new coach, it just gives you people to look at and to talk to, you know, and if they are coaches, like, cool, you can always just unfollow them, but like it also brings like a random Susie to your page too. You know? So
yeah. I don't, the other thing you guys like is Instagram shout outs, which have been awesome for me. There was like 1 month I recruited like 20 some coaches from Instagram shout outs. Are they all still around? No, right? But here's my thing with Instagram shout outs if you're going to pay for them. Your storytelling better be on point. You better be the greatest storyteller, because when that stranger comes to your page, okay, I follow this big page that has a big following. They're shouting out this person. Why are they featuring that person, right? So like it has to be very cohesive to you. And then when those people do come to your page, you need to you gotta deliver it. Like it has to be there. Like somebody needs to know who you are from a shout out. So that's something to do. And I know, and I'm mentioning this because I think a lot of times we get on these calls and there are coaches that use things like Jumper Media or STEM Social and all these things, these little things, and they really don't divulge that or shout outs. Angie Belmar uses shout outs like all the time. Like I always see her like on pages and she's being shouted out. So, I think that if your branding is really on point, if somebody comes to your page and they don't know you, but you're credible, then they're going to follow you. And to me, shout outs for me, I usually just use them for new followers to connect with, but they're coming from pages that are the kind of pages where my people would be. They're not fitness pages though, by the way. So.
Yeah. And I can, you can always Google stuff about shout outs, but there's just different places to do them. And basically just building your, like she said, building your Instagram page, just not that you have to have the best of the best, but like she said, just really good storytelling on your page. I really, yeah.
Yeah. Does is it time to go?
No, you're fine.
Does anybody have an Instagram page you want me to look at and give you pointers? Because I love branding. It's my favorite thing.
April, I feel like April, is she still on here? April, type in your handle.
Just no.
I just know that look at her. She's such a good mama. Karina,
okay.
On here, type in yours. I know Nicole has been posting on her and working on hers. She needs to work on the twin thing yet. She's still on there.
That's what I told them at Summit. I mean, I think that's so unique.
Amber's a brand new baby coach, by the way.
Hey, girl. You guys, look, does this tell you anything about my personality?
That's exactly what mine looks like. That's so funny.
Awful. Okay, let's see.
And you have all the tabs.
See, this is my coach. She listened to me today. She's so cute. Okay, April, so I don't know you. Okay, so if I just come to your page and I'm just looking, obviously looks like you got some kids. Looks like you like makeup. Oh, see this? I'd be like, hey, who's this? I'd be like, whoa, it's a mom with abs. Like, how'd she do that, right? She's sharing your kids. Okay, so at a glance and looking at this, my recommendation, because we want to ask for what we want. You have a lot of fitness on your page. Show me some of your business. I don't know that I would click on this, if I were following you, but if I saw you maybe with your kids hanging out and you have your laptop or you got a notebook and you talk about your business opportunity, people that double click on that, girl, that's an immediate, easy invite, right? Invite to learn more about what you're doing. So looks like you have a filter, which is good on some of them though. I would how you have this filter just for cohesiveness. I would try to apply that kind of all over. And reason being, when somebody comes to your page or if they're just scrolling, I want to know that that's your picture, right? And then when people really start following you, they will. If I were just oh, okay, you got this it's like that drama effect or whatever. But then if I were just scrolling, I might not know that that was your picture. So I would put that drama effect on just kind of like everything to make it cohesive. But yeah, you got a lot of fitness. So again, like you have to be, damn girl, you have to be asking for what you want, but you kind of have to be showing it as well. Who's next? It's fun. I love branding. And then let me look at this real quick. Hold on. So, okay, so you're a lover of the Lord, but I don't see you like, do you go to church or do you wear like things that are, you know, like that would be something that I would want to see if that is part of your brand. Like, so share that. Like, are you sharing your devotionals or whatever it is that you do daily? Maybe that's on your stories and stuff, but make sure that you're sharing that. So juggling my heart for fitness and ice cream. Okay, girl, where's the ice cream at? You know, like, let me see you indulge with some ice cream. I want to see that. If that's what you're telling me in my bio, in your bio, that's what I expect to see. If you are a French fry lover and you're saying you're a French fry lover, girl, I want to see fries like at least in that top 12, right? So let's see what else you do about. Just winging it. What does that mean?
You're muted. Unmute yourself. It won't let me unmute you.
Oh, is it because I'm sharing it?
No, I can unmute you. Oh, so just at life, at everything?
Just winging it.
Mm-hmm.
So is that like something that you say all the time?
Yeah, I guess not really. I don't know. Just kind of like winging it. Like, I don't know what the hell I'm doing ever. I just kind of like wing it. Always.
So make that your thing. Make it your thing. Make it like later tonight, like, oh my God, I'm just winging it. Or like make that like you could play around that you're just winging it and people would understand that, right? So like I have all these little catchphrases, you guys, that I've started putting on t-shirts. And like that, if you're saying that enough, that would be like something that you could brand yourself outside of just beach body. Does that make sense? But yeah, I say just put that filter all over. And then make sure that you're following less people than that follow you. So like that cleaner app that maybe you guys have heard people talk about, I really recommend using that. So that somebody comes to your page and it doesn't look like, oh my gosh, she's just following all these people versus being like, oh, she's cool. Like, why has she got all these followers? You know, people are weird like that. All right, who else? Kick Vic Fitness. Do mine too. Girl, bye. All right, let's see. You guys are totally like, so my whole thing is Kind of Fit. Like the Kind of Fit chick, I went as far as to like trademark it, whatever. So I attract a lot of girls that like probably are drinking wine tonight, you know, and like not secretive about it. Okay. So you're a fit mom and wife. You're a virtual fitness coach, healthy habits, work.
Can you share your screen again?
Oh, sorry.
Because I think it's just good for us to see what you're saying and like.
Yeah. Health and fit. So girl, when I come to your page, you are all about like health and fitness. And so that's what I expect to see. Sweating. I see your kids. I like how you're like showcasing your working. Whoa, you have a great transformation. So I like how you're showing your work stuff, like you're sprinkling it in there. Guys, these are like a big no-no for me. The showing that it's actually Shakeology. And just the reason because people will Google it and they'll go buy it when they could buy it from you. So you have tattoos. So for me, visually, I'm very attracted to girls that are tattooed or pierced. So I would kind of maybe in your bio, like put tattooed mom, like maybe lose one of the fitness things. Because you're more than just fitness. Like I understand that might be what you love, but like just share some other things with us. See what your stories are all about. Okay, so obviously I would expect to see you working out, flexing your kids. Want to set some goals. So, okay, that's great. But why don't you talk to them about goals? Why don't you give me some information about goal setting and how you set that, and like teach me something or show me something maybe I don't know? Because people love to be like taught or whatever. Even down to like, I've said, oh, I'm going to bed tonight in my sports bra so that I can just like wake up and get my workout in the morning. And people like have tagged me like, oh yeah, I did that last night. And like, you know, just these little silly things. You just teach people. I think that's really helpful. What's the hospitality mean?
I work in hotels, but I don't put it anywhere on my page, so I should just take it off.
Yeah, exactly. So because I'm like, okay, well, like, what does that mean, right? So are you signing up coaches?
Yeah.
You do? Okay. So maybe I would add like that you are, like maybe you put in here that you're like a mentor or something like that.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, totally. I love the tattooed mom thing too.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. Yeah, because I'm not like, I don't have kids.
Sleep on your dresser.
You guys, this is like old man.
I had your put on your dresser.
So annoying. But yeah, like tattooed mom, and then, you know, maybe I want to know the story behind your tattoos. Like those are the kind of things that I would be really attracted to. So like, you know, you're always flexing, like flex that, but tell me the story behind the tattoo. I should tell the story behind this. And like, I got this tattoo when I was like, whoa, I've made $10,000 in Beachbody, right? So maybe you're saving up money from your little side hustle to get your next tattoo that you're planning out or something like that. You know what I mean?
Okay, cool.
Just
thank you.
Other stuff.
Yeah.
All right. Who's next? Look at this chat box. Oh, how do I see it again? I do not know how to work it. You're such fitness. Okay, let me see.
Will you critique mine?
Yeah, I think yours is the next one.
Okay. Yes.
And then y'all, my Instagram sometimes like it goes through these flows where it's like really on point and then it's all a hot mess.
I just feel like I'm very fitness and it's boring. And I think like it's not that it's like, you know, my coach's fault or anything, but I just feel like I need to get out of that box, and like listening to what you're saying is like blowing my mind right now.
So hold on, let me let Ralphie out real quick.
Karina, you need to like blow that up. Tattoo mom. I love that. Sharing like that secret. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that that's like, you know, it just makes you different. Okay, so you can be the tatted teacher.
Hold up, screen share.
Oh shit, sorry.
You're like blowing my mind right now. I've been coaching way too long.
What?
You're like blowing my mind right now.
I honestly, sometimes I feel like I should like not do Beachbody and I should be like a brand like helper. It's just like, I'm very passionate about it. Okay, so you have all these pictures with girls, right? Like your friends that I see like at the top.
Yeah.
So I would probably, like the down 35 pounds, I would definitely keep that there. You have business in there twice. So maybe you change one of those like as your weird something, right?
Okay.
Because you're creating a business through the cracks with your teacher with a serious side hustle. So I would just like change that to like something that's kind of weird about you maybe.
Okay.
Okay, so you do the quote things. I like that. What filter are you using? I like it.
It's like Snapseed, so it's portrait drama, and then I am actually wanting to do like less saturated and more like kind of black and white, not like all the way, but more. So I'm gonna have like the one photo of me. I was like messing with it, so it's kind of out.
This one.
Yeah. But I've been going on Pinterest trying to find like different.
Oh, like settings.
Yeah, just because I'm not very creative.
Me neither. So this is always a struggle for me. Okay, so, you know, maybe, well, you don't talk about being a wife, but we see Aaron often.
I need to like plug in that OCD, like that stuff a lot more. Like, you know, just like talking more about us and him and.
Yeah, so maybe you're like a wife to the OCD husband or something. I don't know.
Okay.
No, your Instagram is your point. Who's this?
That's my mom.
Okay.
She's down like 80 pounds.
So, okay, so
I just feel like I have too much fitness shit. But
it's a lot of fitness. So you're building a business, but I'm sure that you talk about it, but I think that people don't always read our captions, Joel. That's like another thing. So like really like showcasing and sharing. Okay, so like you got your laptop here. I listen to, but I would make sure like like in that top 12 always that I can see you, even if you're talking about it, that I can actually see it. Do you know what I mean? Like see the business, see your laptop, see you working, see you on a call, something like that.
Okay.
Oh, you have it right here. So have you listened to that Crystal Courier training?
Yeah.
She's good, right?
I was doing really good about angles and stuff. It's just that like I feel like my life is so freaking boring. Like I just when I go to her page, like I just feel like she has an exotic life, even though it's like the same as mine. You know what I mean? Like, and I don't know. And I don't know if it's just because I'm looking at my own life and I'm like, you know.
No, I think you have a good mix. I just think people know you for fitness though, right?
Yeah.
So just start sharing something else. Like you're off for summer, start sharing like your days of your lives. Like in front of the TV and like sharing that.
Okay.
Right. And then I would just change one of your 5 things. I would make it because you're so like into your team and like I see that. I would let people know, like, you know, whatever you call your tribe or whatever, maybe you put that in here.
Okay.
Because I mean, your team is like rocking it. So like people, you know, I think just at glance, people should understand that or know that. But it looks great to me.
I just always feel like it's so, like I tell my coaches, like, don't post about fitness so much. And then I am always, but I'm always wearing workout clothes. So even though it's probably not fitness related, like I might be, I don't know.
Yeah. Where's your dog?
He used to be in like every so often of my photos and then I just like stopped. So there's
okay. But so people will connect on that. So I would definitely show him.
Okay.
I sometimes get in that too where I'm like, oh my God, nobody's seen Ralphie in like weeks. But yeah, like I haven't seen your dog. So, oh, there he is. So just always going back so that people are connecting with you on more than just fitness. And I think if you like make it a goal that, okay, I'm going to try to stop posting about fitness and it's going to cause you to reach for other things to post.
I love that.
So let me show you guys, because I like social media audit myself. And when you guys talk about being boring, I am boring AF, okay? I am home all day. I really don't like to go out and do anything. And I noticed that my pictures were showing that. And I was like, oh my God, I need to change this up. One thing, you guys, oh my God, Ralphie, hold on. One thing, and I think that Jen Guthrie talked about this. She's like, Colin, you can shut that door. Jen Guthrie talked about this, being excited about the littlest things, like being excited. So your boring life, be so excited about it. Like, and talk to people like, oh my God, I'm so boring. Like, I'm such a nerd. I'm just watching like Days of Our Lives, like, you know, like with my dog, right? And if you share that, I guarantee you people will be like, oh my God, I watch that too. Oh my God, I used to watch that with my grandma. Oh my God. Like, they're going to want to comment on that kind of stuff 100%. So, yeah, I would get out there and kind of like just showcase that weird stuff. But let me show you all my Instagram and just how you always have to be like gut checking and auditing yourself every so often, even when you've been doing this for like ever. And it's been a hot mess since we've been moving, but I looked at my Instagram the other day and I was like, bitch, you do not get out of the house. So it's going to look a little different right now because I'm like, obviously like I'm like in this transition right now, like trying to get myself outside. But like I was looking at this and like inside, I was actually outside, inside, outside, inside, like everything was inside. And I was just like, oh my gosh, like I need to switch this up. And then like right here, you can kind of see like I was like my filter was like very pink. I always showcase Stefan because I know that people like to see him. And then Ralphie is usually in my pictures, but tucked away. That he's like not a main focus, but he's like here kind of funny, like just sprinkled in. So, you know, I'm always looking at my own stuff. And pay attention, you guys. Megan, I guarantee you that, like, I didn't look at it, but I guarantee you probably get more likes on a picture of you and Aaron than a picture of just you by yourself. And that 100%, everybody likes to see this old-ass man in my pictures. And so, you know, when I go back up and I look right now, okay, there's Stefan, there's Stefan. Okay, here he is on his birthday. But it's been a little bit. So my top 12, I should always be able to see, like, those things in my life. And I think Bonnie Engel talked about this, your seasons of your life. And, like, with whatever season of life you're in, to be talking about that. So we're engaged, but I'm not planning a wedding. But, like, I still will sprinkle that kind of stuff in, like, so that I can be attracting, like, a bride. And I can do something like, oh, I should be sweating for the wedding, but I'm not going to have a wedding. And people just connect on that kind of stuff. Like, I think here I talk about the fact that I don't want to have a wedding, you guys. And look at the engagement on a post like this. It's just got a load of comments because people just are like, they want to give you their 2 cents on like what their wedding was about or what their wedding wasn't about. And I mean, I just think like when you start getting out of the fitness stuff, you're going to start connecting with people in such a different way. So just don't like honestly, you probably could give me tips on posting more about fitness because I don't.
Yeah, we got you covered on that.
Like I'm like looking, I'm like, but and you know, with Lift 4 is kind of interesting because I do have a fitness post up, but yeah. The other thing, you guys, if you're not tagging brands, you are shooting yourself in the foot. Tag your brands, shop at local boutiques, because people will reach out to you and want to like feature you, you know, give you free stuff, offer you partnerships, and that's all stuff that's totally possible. So
awesome. Well, thank you so much. Oh my gosh. I am like beyond freaking blown away right now. And I don't even know. Like I was pumped because I know I need help on Instagram, and I know like sometimes like as a leader, like your team, you know, kind of falls where you're at and stuff. Yeah. And so like our girls freaking have transformations beyond transformations and sign challengers, but like now we're like, you know, let's do this coaching thing. Like, let's blow up Instagram. Let's start using that and really going with it. So thank you so much. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry it was so long, but like, seriously, thank you.